The following is brought to you in part by System Blue. Products and education. System Blue. As the tour nears its final days, the corps enters its deep cleaning phase. Unlike days long past, the modern drum corps does not clean from dot to dot. Instead, they focus on forms and intricate relationships to fellow performers. To perfect these relationships, the corps places tape on the field to provide visual checkpoints while reinforcing muscle memory.
Well, the blue tape means that we are getting closer to the end. Blue tape means that we are starting to tidy up our forms and starting to really make sure that everything is looking the way that it needs to for finals weekend coming up at Indianapolis, Indiana. You're starting to see a little bit of tape, but it'll be a lot more miraculous during finals week.
It's a process that is very effective for cleaning, yet the removal of these markers can be challenging at rehearsal's end.
We tape all our sets during the show so that we know where to go. And now we have to take it off because we have a show here, but it's melted onto the turf. So I'm trying to take it up. We only get this much every time. Look at this field. It's awful. Oh my gosh.
I haven't even finished the circle. It's been like 10 minutes.
It's sticking a lot, which is great for when we're learning drill, but not so great for ripping it up before a show.
Some people have dreams about ice cream sundaes and Alan Hester. I have nightmares about tape. This is what I have to deal with at night.
You're just being a baby.
I am being a
It's
baby.
not really that hard.
Over the course of a summer, there is no doubt that a drum corps show gets cleaner and cleaner, but it's also something that grows. For the Blue Devils, changes, additions, and evolution of the show is inevitable. In some cases, these changes are in the form of music and choreography, but in some cases, these changes can occur to props. On rehearsal days, the Blue Devil prop crew will spend the day doing whatever it takes to bring the vision of the show alive.
Right now we are cutting out squares for the plexiglass like tarp, so that way we can put them onto the props.
It's going to be behind the plexiglass, and then the members are going to be able to pull it down to reveal the diner at the end of the show, which is going to be really exciting.
We got cutouts of what is supposed to be a map of New York City.
It's kind of like an abstract way of saying this is where you're at. And what's really cool, I think, is that the uniforms at the beginning of the show are black and white, and now these big backdrops are going to be solid black and white. It's really going to pop.
So basically what we've been doing today is we put glue around the windows, the plexiglass windows, and then we cut off Velcro, like pretty much the size of the windows, and we glue them on, and then we sewed some more Velcro to the silks inside for the little map silks, and then we put them on so the members can pull them down.
It's days like these where all hands are on deck to make the ideas come to life.
When we have a rehearsal day like today, we are pretty much doing maintenance on the props. Like today we're doing like all the Velcro stuff on the windows, and then we see what happens throughout the weekend, what we need to fix next week.
We don't have a show today, so promo isn't selling. So we do anything that needs to happen. Whatever they want, we're trying to make it happen before the evening block. We started around 11, so by evening block we want to have all these out there because we'd love to get them in the show tomorrow.
As the show reaches the home stretch, our storyline comes to a conclusion. It is the culmination of all elements, a celebration of nostalgia and bliss as the Blue Devils share their final reflections of Edward Hopper's Nighthawks.
After the hornline feature, the pit brings back the 7/4 groove. We're listening to Zach and the surdos on the end, and then the marimbas come in with 16-note runs at about 200 beats per minute. And it's very percussive. We have puttatives, which a lot of marimba players aren't playing these days. And there's a lot of space, and then spurts of 16 notes that can last anywhere up from 2 bars at 200 beats per minute to 2 counts at 200 beats per minute.
Pit has the 7/4 section, and then we interrupt that with this beautiful floating line. Molly and I are responsible for just having this huge, just very, not wide per se, but a very present and forward, like a regal sound, just floating above what the horn line does and complementing what they're doing.
The very last rifle statement that we have is the boys coming back into the diner. We roll the rifle around our body. We're basically just kind of moving with the rifle, and then we go into a series of backhands. And I think the moment is just to put focus on the fact that the entire diner is finally built. It's that last kind of statement like, wow, look at this masterpiece that we've taken 12 minutes to build, and look at this amazing feature that we're going to use to show you this entire focus.
It's finally the one moment that we get to see all the characters on the field at the same time. And then after that, I run to go meet the lady in red. We have this it's so much fun, like this dance, and we're just feeling each other, and we're just like back in love, like how we started in the beginning.
The court opens up for us, and we just start flooding with these big yellow flags, and we have a really quick flag feature in the middle. It's pretty fast. We do a lot of hand changes, and we do like a drop spin double time. It's all very technical. It's all to block the painting, so it's a lot of fast hand grabs, just keep the flag moving. So it's very technical, very fast. At the end of all that yellow flag work, we throw the flag down and then we free form into some kind of pose, and we look at the painting as if we were spectators at the museum and we were looking at the actual painting.
We go through the whole show with all these different emotions, different feelings, and then at the end it's just this kind of joyous celebration of unity.
Just pure unbridled joy. We could just get to pour our hearts out into the music.
We're all coming together to create this one beautiful thing, and then at the very end we create it.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Concord, California, finally Justin Highlander.
Next week on Inside BD360.
I don't know that we're ever going to be surrounded by people as special, as creative, as talented, as good as we are here. You're the Blue Devils. And look around yourself, your friends, this talent, all the people that have surrounded you, from those cooks to the drivers to the incredible team of teachers and creative people. For some of us, this will never happen again.